So let's start with understanding the functioning of AVR. We will first discuss about input ports. Again, I am reminding you that I will be using and writing about Atmega 8. Let's first have a look at the pin configuration of Atmega 8. So this is the pin configuration of the Atmega 8. So here you can see this one is port P from here to here, PB0 to PB5, and this one is port C from here to here, from PC0 to PC6, and here you can see this one is port D pins, PD0 to PD4 and PD5 to PD7, and these two are also the PB pins, PB6 and PB7. So these are the VCC. Here you have to get the plus 5 volt, and this one is the ground, and this one is also a ground, and this one is a reference and a AVCC. Now here you can see these ports. So in these ports, let me first of all give you the brief description about the ports one by one. So in the VCC, it's a digital supply voltage GND, and this one pin number 8 and 22 is a ground. Now port B, so here you can see this is a port B, this one is a port B, and in this port B is a 8-bit bidirectional input port with internal pull-up register. The port B output buffer has a symmetrical drive characteristics with both high sink and source capability. As input, port B pins are externally pulled low with source current if the pull-up register are activated. The pins are tri-stated when reset condition become active, even if the clock is not running. So depending upon the clock setting, fuse setting, PB6 can be used as an input inverting port and the oscillator amplifier to input the internal clock operating circuit. So in this you can see here we can attach the crystal oscillator in the PB6 port and PB7 port. It is written XTAL1, XTAL2. Oscillator and the crystal oscillator should be connected here. So in this way you can see this is the port P functionality. So now let's come to the port C. So here you can see this is a port C from here to here, and one, so this one is a port C and one pin is here is a reset pin. So in the port C is a 7-bit bidirectional port with internal pull-up register. The port C output buffer have symmetrical drive characteristics with both high sink and source capability. So in the port C you can see on the pin number 6, or you can say the PC6, it's a reset pin. Though PC6 is used as a reset input, a low level on this pin for the longer than the minimum pulse length will generate a reset. If the clock is not running, the minimum pulse length is given. So shorter pulses are not guaranteed to generate a reset. So this is the basic function of the port C, and also you can see on the port C there is a ADC port, means analog to digital converter section. So in this port you can have a 6 ADCs at a time. You can convert 6 analog values to digital values at a time. Next is the port number D. Next is the port D. So here it is the port D, and few pins are also here. So about the port D, the port D is also an 8-bit bidirectional input port with the internal pull-up register. The port D output buffers has symmetrical drive characteristics with both high sink and source capability, and it was also having a externally pulled low with source current if the pull-up register are activated. And the next is the AVCC. So here is your AVCC. This one is AVCC pin number 20. So in the AVCC is the supply voltage pin for the analog to digital converter. This is actually a supply voltage pin for the converter. It should be externally connected to VCC even if the ADC is not used. If the ADC is used, it should be connected to VCC through a low pass filter. Now A reference. So this pin number 21 is a reference, is an analog reference pin for the analog converter. So this pin is used for having a reference with the AVCC pin. So these are the normal pin description of the 8 Next I'm going to features, I'm going to write it down now one by one. So this has 23 general purpose input output pins. ATmega 8 works up to 16 million instructions per second when we are using 16 megahertz crystal oscillator. It has 8 KB of in-system self-programmable flash memory, and it has 512 bytes of double EEPROM. Next feature is it has 1 kilobyte of internal SRAM. It can write and erase up to 10,000 flash, means you can write and read and erase up to 10,000 times. And it has two 8-bit timer counter, one 16-bit timer and counter, and you have three PWM channels, means width modulation channels. Then you have master slave SPI serial interface. Then you have on chip analog comparator. Then you have a voltage supply from 2.7 volt to 5.5 volt for ATmega 8L, and 4.5 volt to 5.5 volt for ATmega 8. So these two voltages you can use, and these are some features I have written for you so that we can move further with the ports. Now I am going to describe you how to use the digital input output ports.